conference win. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I think you have to give Eastern Kentucky credit. They're a program that has a lot of pride and tradition, and any time that you have to go on the road in conference, you're always going to get everyone's best shot, and they're very, very talented defensively, and made things tough, and the conditions were not ideal. The wind was coming straight out of the south, and it was had an impact on the special teams and field position, and felt like the ball was at midfield all day long. And it was really a defensive battle on both sides of the ball. And again, it's just conference football play, no matter what league, what division, is every single week, anyone can beat anyone. I think all you got to do is flip on the scoreboard and highlights from every Saturday, and there's unexpected outcomes to certain games, but very proud of our football team. To position yourself to be able to win a championship, those are the kinds of games that you have to win, and it's probably a lot more common than most people think.
And I'm just gonna say bluntly, it was another ugly win. It wasn't pretty, and that's okay. But what does it mean to be able to pick up another gritty, tough it out, back and forth win this late in the season?
Yeah, I probably respectfully disagree. I mean, people call wins ugly. I don't know if there's such a thing. I mean, when you hold someone to 10 yards rushing and they convert 2 third downs, and you force a turnover at a key part of the game, to me, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful win. I'm a defensive guy, right? It's amazing how everyone, when the offense maybe is not lighting up the scoreboard, everyone thinks, oh, what an ugly win. I thought it was pretty impressive myself. What our guys did on defense the entire day, and really the one play that they did have was really me. I mean, they had a different personnel grouping on the field, and we made a bad call and ended up trying to get it all adjusted out, but we didn't. But we were able to overcome it, and that's what championship level football teams do.
And I mean, Eastern Kentucky made the playoffs just a season ago. What does this mean that your team was able to pick up a win on the road against a team that was in a playoff chase?
No
last
doubt.
year?
Well, and all you got to do is look at their press box and the championship teams that they've had there, and the NCAA championship banners that are up on their press box, and you're sitting there going like, look, we knew. I mean, that was not a shock to us, that we knew what we were up against. Again, you're playing a team that has a storied tradition. They got a beautiful setup, great stadium, great atmosphere to play in, and it was no shock to our players or our team. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. It was a hard-fought game a year ago, and actually, I mean, they lost I felt like that they should have won the game that they got beat out of the playoffs a year ago. They had a couple of bad calls, I felt like, that kept them from winning that game. And I think they had a sack caused fumble, and they scooped it and ran it for a touchdown. They said it wasn't a fumble, and man, I don't know how. So they had some hard luck in that, but you're exactly right. We had nothing but respect for Eastern Kentucky going into that game.
And I mean, the phrase, everyone always says it, but it always rings true. Big time players make big time plays in big time games, and I mean that's what happened. That helped you guys led you guys to a win. Kind of just talk about that whole sequence of the fumble,
Yeah.
The offensive drive to go and win.
That's right. So they score and go up 10-6 there with about 6:46 to go in the fourth quarter, and so just the thing that made me very proud, and why I say, man, that's a beautiful win, is that we took the football down, drove. We're not able to punch it into the end zone, but we did get the field goal to make it 10-9 with 4 minutes and some change to go in the game. So yeah, I was asked the question, what was your decision to go for the field goal? I mean, it was 4th and 4, and And it was a no-brainer. Let's kick the field goal, and we're going to go out here and we're going to get a 3-and-out or a 1-and-out. And that's the way our players' mind is wired. And we sit there in the huddle and we're going, man, hey, defense wins championships. We got to get here. We got to get a 1-and-out or a 3-and-out right here. And we go out and Chris and Cortland sandwich the guy, and the ball comes out, and Kagan Roach is there to make the recovery. So just very proud of those guys to be able to make that play. And then the offense has done what they've done all year long. They capitalized off of it, not only scoring the touchdown, getting the 2-point conversion to win the game and go up 17-10, and then obviously we were able to hold them there in the 2-minute situation. So again, I think it's just an expectation. Our players, even though we were still down, there was never any doubt or belief that we weren't going to win that football game on our sideline.
And once again, one side of the ball steps up. I mean, defense holds them to 2 third-down conversions. They pick up the fumble late. They give your offense 15 more minutes of possession of the ball. Just talk about the effort that they had.
Yeah, I mean, it probably the most complete defensive performance that we had since the Northern Arizona game. Our guys were dominant up front. I think Dorian Plumley's probably playing the best football of his career right now. So, and I felt this even all the way back to the Southern Utah game. I feel like that our team defensively, it took a minute to kind of figure out, hey, we had a couple of positions that we felt like that we had to shore up, and we never really were comfortable all year long. And then pretty much just kind of shifted philosophies and schemes defensively, really have kind of evolved and morphed into a 4-3, which is takes me all the way back to the 80s since the last time I ran a 4-3, but that's kind of who our personnel, who they are. And we've really played. I even the Southern Utah game, you could see that we were playing pretty physical up front, dominating, and probably, the best back in the league, and he was able to break the one long run where we had misfit, but he had been doing that pretty frequently all year long to everyone. And I started seeing signs of us playing better defense in that game, even though the outcome was not what we were obviously looking for. And then the last 3 weeks from Tarleton, Utah Tech, and at Eastern Kentucky, our defense is played at times dominant.
And now looking ahead, wrapping up the year on the road, Central Arkansas, another tough test to finish out this season, but it's not something you haven't done before. I mean, just a season ago, you finished on the road with a chance to win the conference championship. Well, you're back at this same position again. How does being in that position last year kind of help this season and not so much of pressure?
Yeah, I don't think it does. I mean, last year's team was last year's team, and this year's team is completely different. But I do think that you can point to it and say, hey, we've done it before. We did it year one. We went on the road and beat Sam Houston, went on the road and beat Tarleton to position ourselves to play Stephen F. Austin for the championship. So we've done it before. I think that's really all you can do is kind of point to that. I don't think Abilene Christian's ever won in Conway, Arkansas, if I'm correct in my research. And again, I don't think that really has anything to do with anything other than the fact that we've never won in Conway. So our players fully expect to go and compete at a very high level, and it's the biggest game of the year because it's the next one. It's a conference opponent, and then you throw on top you're playing to win the championship. So our guys understand, know what's at stake. They know that everything is about preparation. It's about you can't cut corners this week. You can't focus on all the wrong things. It's about not going and trying to win a championship. It's about going and trying to win a football game. And there's certain things that it's going to take to make that happen.
Last one. How much does it help, or does it help at all, that you kind of have your own fate right? You'll win, you're your conference champs. You don't have to worry about all these scenarios to worry about that. You just win a game, you guys win back-to-back conference championships. Does that help at all, or is it just something you guys don't even focus on?
No, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, so many times people focus on trying to win the championship. What you really ought to focus on is what are the things that it's going to take to win the game. Because if you win the game, the championship is the byproduct of it. You can't focus on the championship. You focus on winning the football game. And that's probably our biggest challenge, because everyone's going to be talking about everything under the sun that doesn't matter. Playoffs. What are we going to do? We're going to have a get together on Sunday and watch the. I mean, who cares about all that, right? Like, how about let's go over there and let's play better offensively. Let's go over and continue to play championship level defense. And the one thing that our defense has to do a better job of, and when you look at it, when we force turnovers, I think we're +10 in our 6 wins now. When we do that, our offense scores 35 points a game. When we don't force turnovers, it's been a little bit more of a grinded out type game. So that's the one area that I think the game is about the ball. We're +5 in the turnover margin on the season. I think these guys are -9. So that's going to be one of the keys in the game. We need to get the ball out and set up easier scores for our offense, and our offense really feeds off that, and they have all year long. So we got to continue to do that, and if we do, that's going to be one of the keys to victory.
Coach, Will Schaefer, Big Roach, Chris Wright, Tyson Williams, 4 young men that made their 25th consecutive start on Saturday. 100 starts combined for those guys. In just this college football era where we have turnover every year, and when you have to change philosophies, what is the impact of those 4 guys for you on this defense and this team?
Yeah, everybody talks about those guys. What about Dorian Plumlee, who started like his 33rd game? And Dorian's playing as well as anyone right now. He made 2 big-time plays, had him a quarterback sack the other day, bringing him off the edge. So, those guys, it's kind of, I don't know how much more of that you'll see in college football. Guys who have stuck around, and it's just kind of the nature of what it's become. And but yeah, I tip my hat to those guys, because all of those young men that you just mentioned had opportunities last January to do like what some of the other guys chose to do and move on, and I'm good with that as well. These young men, they didn't create the rules. They're just playing by them, right? And man, I have much respect for those guys who chose to stay and continue to leave their legacy on ACU football and in this university, and helping move our program forward.
And Dorian too, what has allowed him to play his best football?
No doubt. I mean, I'm so proud of him, just because of probably more important than the type player that he's become. He's been a 4-year starter for us. He started, I want to say, somewhere around game 6 our first year here, and he's never come off the field since. And it's really the type person and the type man that he's become during his time here. I mean, I've seen a level of maturity and in him that I'm very proud of, and he wants to go out of here a champion, and he's doing what it takes. He's focused on all the right things, and he's playing his best football of his career right now.
Coach, thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
I got a question. 2 things. 1, Dorian's my favorite player, not that you care.
Yeah.
And then 2, is it true, always talk about playoffs and championships, really all you're excited about is the start of hoop season?
Exactly. That's exactly right, man. I can't wait to go to my first game. Obviously, as it's well documented, I'm a huge Thunder fan, but I'm also a huge Brett Tanner fan and an ACU Wildcat fan. Can't wait to watch these guys compete at a very high level this year.